away, days burn, disintegrate, years roll along and fade. Don't let them slip away. Right here, right now, today. These are the good old days. Right here, right now, today. Hey, these are the good old days.
In 1985, Kenner released the Mask toy line. Now this toy line differed than other toy lines at the time because although it had action figures, this line was clearly all about the vehicle. Being piloted by either the heroic Mask team or the villainous Venom team, each vehicle had the power to transform into a battle mode, and that, as a kid, was the coolest thing ever. The action figures stood about 2 to 2.5 inches tall, which made the vehicles able to be reasonably priced. The action figures also each wore a mask that had different powers and abilities attached to them. Mask had a 75-episode television series, as well as various comic book series. The toy line ran from 1985 to 1988, releasing 4 full waves of toys. Mask was a unique line from its scale to its functionality to its playability, but it was awesome. And today we're going to look at some common problems to 2 of the most popular Mask vehicles. Alright, so today we're going to be looking at 2 of the most popular Mask vehicles. One, because it was the most popular vehicle in the line, the quintessential crown jewel, if you will, the Thunderhawk. And 2 is the Condor because it was the most affordable. This was the entry level for a lot of people and a lot of kids' first Mask toy. And so we're going to be looking at a couple different things for each of them. We're going to start with the Condor.
Personnel selected. Brad Turner, motorcycle and helicopter pilot, vehicle code name, Condor.
Okay, so the Condor fixes we're going to look at today. First off, a lot of the stickers you can see here have seen better days. And that's because, again, it's a 40-year-old toy. Also, this Condor, like many, is missing his windshield. He had a black translucent windshield, and it is gone. So what I've done is I've made up, from scratch, some new sticker sheets in Photoshop. And as always, you can download those off of our Facebook page. So we're going to print those off, we're going to re-sticker it, and then we're going to make him a new windshield. All right, so we have here our pad folio. It was a couple of bucks. But what it is it's got this real cool kind of smoky, translucent kind of plastic thin material here. We're going to use this, and we're going to run it through the Cricut machine with the design that I've made up, and we're going to cut out a new windshield for the Condor. Put a material here on our gripping pad, get it on there so it's nice and stuck, and throw it into the machine. All right, so we're going to open up our Cricut design space, and we're going to import our windshield design for the Condor. That was an old one you saw there. I'm going to import a new one. It was a bit of a trial and error to get one that would fit perfectly, but we got there. So there's our new one. We're going to import that as a simple design, and we're going to put it right into our mat. And then we're going to resize it just so it's the right size for our bike. And then we're going to let the Cricut do its magic. This is a very simple little cut in a thin material, so it's just going to take one pass, and it'll be ready to go. Just like that. All right, so here's our Condor windshield. You can see this little template is a design I came up with over a few different trial and errors, but this little tab is going to fit on top of the gun spot, and it should just sit right in there, like that. And you have Condor's windshield. All right, now that we have our windshield installed in Condor, we just put our stickers on. So our sticker sheet here, again, is downloadable from our Facebook page. And we're just going to print this off onto a sticky sticker sheet, and then we're going to cut it out, and then we just put it right onto the dashboard here. And once we have that installed, you can move on to the logos on the side. And we just put our stickers on the side here, and Condor is good to go. All right, so we have here Thunderhawk, who was the quintessential crown jewel of the Mask line. He was the main car. And this one is in all right shape. You can see here, though, the tires on these cars can get deformed, they can crack, they can start warping, they can get brittle. So these tires aren't in great shape. Just like your car, you got to change the tires. So we're going to come up with a new way to get some tires on here. So first, I have to get these tires off so we can put them aside and keep them as, you know, there are vintage tires. So we want to make sure we're not throwing anything away. There we go. All right, this is a storage hanger that I found at the dollar store for $4. And it has some foam grips on it, some foam padding. And so I'm going to take that off and make tires out of it. All right, so we've taken off the grip from the storage holder that we got there from the dollar store. And it's exactly the right size for these tires. It's going to stretch a little bit, but that's what you want. So it's going to fit on there just perfect. So the hard part is foam can bunch up, so you want to cut it nice and even. So I got a real sharp knife here, and I'm just going to cut it nice and straight. All right, so we have our tires cut, and they should just slip right on like so. Like that, and then you'll have new tires for your Thunderhawk. Okay, so the next thing is that when the doors go into flight mode, there's supposed to be a part here that's a little bit of chrome that comes out and acts like as an additional wing. Now, if you don't have it on there, if you don't know, you don't miss it. But I know, so I miss it. So we're going to cut base plates out on our Cricut using that old cat box that has done us very, very well in this show. And then we're going to add a little bit to it. So let's get those cut out. All right, so we're going to open up our Cricut design space and import our wing designs here. Again, all of our designs are available on our Facebook page for a simple download. And we're going to get that going and get those cut out on the Cricut. So here's our wings that we've cut out of our cat litter box, and they slide right into the door there, and they go in. Come out just perfectly like that. And so now what we're missing on there is like the chrome pipes that were there before. So I racked my brain at what to do and came up with a couple different solutions, but I think the one we've rested upon is going to be the winner. For our pipes, we're going to use these metal drinking straws that are all the rage right now. They're relatively cheap, about $1 each. We're going to cut them down and make them the right size. So we're just going to cut them down here and just glue them onto there, and we'll have some chrome running boards. So I have a little sanding station here. You can cut this with like a hacksaw or 10 snips or anything like that. But this does a real good job of just rounding and smoothing out the edges here. So it's going to kind of give it a tapered look at the front, and then I'll nip it off there. With this, I'll just grind right through it and get our pipes exactly the size that we want. Once you get your pipe cut down to the size you want, what I'm doing just for fun is I'm heating up the end of the pipe to give it kind of a burnt look on the end, just because that's how actual exhaust chrome pipes look after time. So I thought it'd be kind of neat to give it kind of a real world look there. Alright, now that we got our pipes cut, I'm just going to run a little bead of hot glue along the bottom of our wing. And these straw pipes here should fit on just perfect. Alright, so once we have our pipes glued on, you can actually cut off some of this trail because it will catch on the door. We just use that original template just to measure it. But once that's cut off, you should just slide right into the door. And you are ready to fight Venom.
Follow them.
Okay, so here's our vintage style sticker sheet. We have 2 Thunderhawk sticker sheets on our website. One is a little bit darker and crisper than this. That's if you want to replace all the stickers. This one we've aged a little bit to kind of match the aesthetic that's on the car right now. So if you just want to change 1 or 2 stickers, this one will match existing stickers. So we're just going to replace one because these stickers are not in bad shape. It's just missing the one on the door. So we're going to cut this door one out and we'll stick it on there.
Makes plenty of sense, buddy.
All right, so there is our Thunderhawk all done. You can see the sticker on the door there matches the other stickers quite well. So again, if you want to replace one or two stickers, our more light sticker sheet before you. If you want to replace them all, then maybe our darker, more vibrant one is what you need. But anyways, there's Thunderhawk. He's got new tires, he's got new chrome, he's got new stickers. He's ready to go. Here comes Condor with a new windshield and new stickers, and there you are. So there you go. There's our fixes on some of the common problems that plague both the Thunderhawk and the Condor. I hope you enjoyed it. Before we go today, I'd like to say a big thank you to Michael Lloyd, who watched our Batman episode and was able to do some fixes of his own at home. And these look great. You can see here Michael did a 1989 Toy Biz Batman, and he also did a 1990 Kenner Dark Knight Batman, which in his words, created his ultimate movie accurate figure. We love this kind of stuff. So if you do any of our recipes for fixes, send us pictures. We'll share it. We want to see it and we want to celebrate with you. If you like what you're doing here, if you had fun with us, like, comment, and subscribe, ring the bell, all the YouTube stuff, and we'll see you next time.